You guys had a chance to do your brain break, to get up, move around, have a little snack. I'm looking here in my monthly packet for monthly mini lessons. Looks like this. It says January, has a little snowflake. And I'm on page 4. And it says stories have a beginning, middle, and ending. All right, so we're just going to really, really simply practice some ideas for beginning, middle, end. So when you tell a story, it's really important to, in the beginning of your story, you tell people what your story is about. The middle is the about part, and the end is sort of kind of wrapping it all up. You probably do this when you tell stories to your friends or your parents without even realizing it, because if you don't have all of these parts, your story doesn't really make sense. If I say papayas from the store, that's not a very interesting story. But that's because I didn't give you a beginning. I didn't tell you why I got papayas from the store. I didn't tell you what happened with the papayas at the end. So if I say, I went to Pioneer Grocery with my grandmother to pick out papayas. So there's a beginning. I told you I went to the store with my grandmother. The middle part is that we picked out papayas. And then the ending of my story could be that we took the papayas home and we cut them up and we ate delicious fruit for dessert. Okay? Without all three of those parts, the story is not very interesting to other people. And when we tell stories, I don't know about you, but I feel good when other people are interested in what I have to say. So for this assignment, we're going to come up with a beginning, come up with a middle, and come up with an ending. So think of something you want to talk about. Maybe something you just did, maybe a place you went, a person you want to see, maybe something about the weather. It could be anything at all. So my story is going to be about, let's see. I'm not very good at coming up with ideas on the spot when I'm trying. I can come up with things spontaneously pretty easily. Okay, so just my story is going to be, I went for a walk. Okay, so that's the beginning of my story. Very simple. I went for a walk along the river. Okay, so there's my beginning. I went for a walk along the river. And you can sort of start to see how you can add details as you go along. So that's the introduction. The beginning part could be, while walking, I saw a family of river otters. That's the middle part. I wish this story were true. It's not true, but I wish it were true because I love otters. And then the ending will be, I stopped to watch them play for a while, then walked home. Okay, so there are all the different parts. So this is my beginning, this is my middle, and this is my ending. You can see how the beginning is kind of short, the middle is a little bit bigger, and the ending is a little bit longer. I went for a walk along the river. While walking, I saw a family of river otters. I stopped to watch them play for a while, then walked home. Okay, so you can do something like that. You can make up your own. I woke up very early this morning. I had breakfast with my mom. Then we went outside to play. It was a fun day. Okay, that's a great, easy story for you to tell. And when you're done with that, you are done with your monthly mini lesson for today, this Wednesday. And we are going to open up our math book, grade 1, module 2. And yesterday we finished up on let's see here. You should have done the homework for page 40. So we're on page 41. So go ahead and write your name up here at the top. And for extra bonus points, write the date. It's 1-13-2021. Right there. And it says Jeremy had 7 big rocks and 8 little rocks in his pocket. How many rocks does Jeremy have? Circle all the student work that correctly matches the story. Okay, so he has 7 big rocks, 8 little rocks. So that's information from the story that we need to keep in mind. So here's 7 plus 8 equals 15. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it looks like he drew 7 here in this box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he took 3 of the 8 and added it to the 7, which made this 10. And then there was 5 left over. So that's 10 plus 5 is 15. So 7 plus 8 is the same as 10 plus 5. And that's 15. So A, is that correct? If we count them all, is that 15? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yep. So go ahead and circle problem A. Now this one looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we've got 7 and 8. He circled 5 and 5, so that's 10 with 5 left over, and that's 15. Okay, so I think that one works too. Excuse me. And then number C, I see 10 here in this box, and then I see 5, 6, 7, 8 out here. So 10, if I were to read this correctly, I would come to the conclusion that there was 10 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 18. And that doesn't really match our problem. So C is not a good viable answer. This student work shows 7 plus 8 equals 15, but he broke the 8 into 3 and 5. You can give the 3 to the 7, which makes that equal to 10, and then 5 is what's left over. Very similar to this one. They just use symbols instead of drawings. So D is also correct. For this one, they took the 7, they split it in 2 and 5, gave the 2 to the 8, which makes this 10, and then 5 plus 10 equals 15. That one is also correct. Okay, and then this one here, they have 7 and 8. They circled 5 of this one, 5 of this one, and then added 5 here. So 10 plus 5 is 15. That one is also correct. Now fix the work that was incorrect by making a new drawing in the space below with the matching number sentence. Okay, so this is the only one that's incorrect. So down here we're gonna fix that. Okay, so we're gonna draw a picture. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you look up here, he drew 10 in that box, and I put 8 here because the numbers are 7 and 8. So we have to represent those two different numbers, but then we move them around to make 10 plus 5. So what they did was they took 3 from here, well, they took 2 from here and gave it to the 8, but they left them over here. So if we do that, essentially, draw a box. I'm going to add 2 from the 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to circle those because I had 7, but I put 2 of my 7 in here with the 8 so that this would equal to 10. This person forgot to take the 2 away from the outside. So that's the mistake there. Okay? And then on the next page, solve on your own. Show your thinking by drawing or writing. Write a sentence to answer a question. So there are 4 vanilla cupcakes and 8 chocolate cupcakes for the party. How many cupcakes were made for the party? So I'm just going to start out by drawing 4 vanilla cupcakes. And this is not a drawing contest. Okay. So there's my 4 vanilla cupcakes here. Now I'm going to draw 8 chocolate cupcakes. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And these ones are chocolate. I'm going to darken the top just so that my eye can see easily. Okay, so there's my 4 and my 8. Now, 8 is pretty close to 10, so it would be easier for me to grab a couple of these and make this equal to 10 and then add what's left over. So how many vanilla cupcakes would I move over here so that this is equal to 10? 8 plus 1 is 9, so if I brought 1 over, I would have 9. 8 plus 2 is 10. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just draw a little line like this for 2 cupcakes. So those are going to slide over there, which leaves how many left over? That leaves 2 vanilla cupcakes left over here. So now my problem is 10 and 2. Okay, that's a little bit easier to add. So here's 10, here's 2. 10 plus 2, or 2 plus 10, is 12. So there's 12 altogether. Alrighty, 12 is 1, 2. So there are 5, next one here, 4. There are 5 girls and 7 boys on the playground. How many students are on the playground? Okay, so I'm going to draw triangles for girls. So 5 girls. And I'm going to draw circles for boys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? So I've got 5 girls and 7 boys. Now, 7 is closer to 10, so if I bring some of the girls over to here, I won't need as many to make this equal to 10, and then I can count what's left over. So if I bring 1 over, that's 8. That's not quite 10. So if I bring 2 over, that's 8. That's 7, 8, 9, almost 10. So if I bring 3 over, that would be 7, 8, 9, 10. So I need 3 girls to move over with the boys. Okay. And that leaves how many girls left over here? So 3 of the girls came over here. Now this is equal to 10, and this is equal to 2. Okay. 10 plus 2, we saw in the problem before this, is equal to 12. Okay? And then when you're done with that, you are done with your math work for today. And tonight, tomorrow, you can do the homework pages together. All right, and that is it for your PM learning video for today, Wednesday, January 13th.